just wishing you a happy new year and having a little chat about WWE. I was just wondering how many of you out there have noticed the crowd reactions recently. Because one of the things that I've noticed as being quite strange is that they don't seem to be listening to the crowds as much as they used to. I suppose Daniel Bryan is a prime example of that, because he's probably the most over guy in the company, and it looks like they're turning him heel, which is an odd route to go down, I must admit. And yet we have Randy Orton, who has both titles, and when he comes out, the crowd sit on their hands. It's rather confusing. And poor Dolph Ziggler, who is getting, I don't know who he's pissed off, but he's definitely upset somebody. Because every match he has, you can hear the crowd going, "Let's go Ziggler." But they just seem to keep pushing him back down, which I find rather confusing. I must admit, I did like the crowd reaction to Roman Reigns on last week's Raw. Yes, I'm still watching. When Punk said, "Oh, I'm interested in facing Roman Reigns," the crowd were like, "Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns," and I was like, "Yeah, that's a reaction. That's what you want." And it's funny because I was looking back at a CM Punk Triple H promo from when they were feuding, and Triple H stood there saying, "If you've got the crowd behind you, that's all you've got to do is get the crowd, and then you will be given the brass rings, as it were." And then you hear like the reaction for Daniel Bryan and the reaction for Orton, and you sort of like, well, why does that guy have the belts if what matters is the crowd reactions? I mean, I can understand with Ziggler that he probably doesn't sell a lot of merchandise, but let's be honest, his merchandise is absolutely wank, excuse my language. It's so bad. I mean, honestly, who's going to wear a fluorescent pink t-shirt? I mean, you've got to have a pair of brass balls as a bloke to be wearing that. And as a girl, you've got to be a pretty girly girl to be wearing a fluorescent pink t-shirt. And I'm not quite sure really girly girls necessarily watch WWE. I don't know whether that's a misconception on my part, but I tend to think that it's more the girls who watch it are more tomboy girls rather than being really girly girls. Yeah, so that's my little thoughts for the moment. I'm thinking about doing a Q&A to catch up with everybody, and maybe a live stream at some point. So if you can drop me some questions into the comments box, and drop me a time when you'd like me to do a live stream, then that'd be great. I'm going to try and give you guys sort of a couple of days notice, so that you can actually hopefully plan to watch me. That's hoping that somebody watches this video and you haven't all forgotten about Little Me and Edge Bear, who is currently covered in Christmas lights. Okay, good boys and girls, I shall talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye. Mwah.